up? It's the Touchdown Hoedown. It's week 6 already. This is just your preview show. What do we do here? Well, all we do is we break down, get the juices flowing on some ideas that we want to have for this week 6. And then, of course, you're going to be back Saturday night because I know you see this big-ass schedule over my shoulder where we're going to do the live stream Saturday night, 8 p.m. Lord's time zone. Make sure to be there. I'll have my dude John Galt JD with me, who's normally here for this show, but he's busy doing, like, lawyer shit, so he couldn't be here today. So I'm going to run solo. So I bet this video is going to be a little bit shorter because he talks a lot and I don't have as much to say as him. So there you go. What's up, new guy? I'm the Degenerate 75, and I bet there's a decent chance you're a new guy because, like, a shit ton of y'all are finding my channel every week. I'm a high-limit DFS player. I focus on football and golf. That's it. That's all I do. You can see I do the Showdown Hoedown on Monday and Thursday for NFL. I do this week-long preview. I do the live stream Saturday night, and I also do some college football and golf content. If you like the cut of my jib, come check it out. Also, maybe go toss me a follow on Twitter. What you want to know is all you got to do is we do a drawing every Saturday night, and you need to get in it because I give away free Millie Maker tickets that you get to make with me. I pay for it. We make it together. We split the profits 50-50. I'd love to PayPal you $500,000, brother. You say, hey, I want to be on that fucking wheel. Well, let me tell you, brother, it's pretty easy to get on there. All you simply got to do is just go tell me down in the comments of this video, what is the one game that you like this week? And please don't say the Bills and the Chiefs. Everybody's going to play that damn game. Give me a game that you like that's not that one, okay? Just put that in the comments. That'll get you one in there. Or you just go like and retweet this show over on Twitter. That'll get you another one on there. And then you can also do that for Thursday Night Football. So you get like 4 names on there if you want to do it. So that's all you got to do, right? Pretty simple shit. Get in there, leave a comment, like, subscribe, do all that shit. Let's get to the slate. We don't got time to mess around. So we only got an 11-game slate this week. The teams are starting to roll through their buys and everything. So as these, we're going to have a smaller slate. Normally we've been having 12 and 13 game slates, only 11 games this week. We're just going to start, we always start with the earliest game. We're just going to do it backwards because we all know what's going to be the mega chalk game this week, and it's going to be Buffalo and Kansas City. And as we start to collect our thoughts here on this Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever fucking day you're watching this, we got to ask ourselves, do we want to be a part of this game? Because I'm telling you, it is going to be the chalkiest game we've seen all year. Not just because you have 2 prolific offenses and 2 great quarterbacks and 2 high-paced teams, but more than that. And what people might not say is the rest of this slate kind of fucking sucks. There's not a lot of great games out there where there's a lot of shootout potential. So people are going to want to get access to this game. Not just access to this game, they're going to want to stack this shit out of this game. It is a very stackable game. The one big negative I can give for this game is most of the elite pieces in it are very expensive, right? Your Josh Allens, your Mahomes, your Kelce's, your Diggs, all of them are very, very pricey. So, trying to stack 4 or 5 guys from this game is going to get really tough unless you're willing to play some punts, right? And yes, we've already seen old Tupac Shaker get there last week, and the Bills, depending on if Russell Knox, I always say that. He's a golfer, by the way, because I do a lot of golf content. If Dawson Knox is back or not back, that will open up some value at tight end for the Bills. But here's what you got to ask yourself, man. Do you want to stack this game? And the answer for most of you is going to be, hell yeah, man, I ain't missing out on that game. That game's going to shoot out. Okay. I get it. I really do. I get it. But let me just throw this at you, right? This last week at golf, I'm sorry if you don't play golf, but there were these 2 guys named Patrick Cantley and Sung J M. One was like 40% owned and one was 30% owned, and they went and smashed it, right? I think they finished like second and third or fourth or something, right? Which is huge at golf. And I got so many messages being like, man, I played these guys all over the place and I still lost this week. Because when you play super chalk like that, when you play a game that everybody else is playing, even when you get there, even if you have that Josh Allen stack and it goes off and you ran it back with Kelce and he got there, even when it gets there, a lot of the time that still doesn't get there for you. Because not only did you have to hit those pieces right, now that you've hit those pieces right, you have to hit those pieces better than the other 58,000 people you're sharing those 3 players with, right? This is the problem with chalk. It's not that chalk can't get there. It's that even when it does get there and you eat it, that now you're sharing those points with so many other people and you still don't get there. So even when you get there, you don't get there. I hope that makes sense to you, new guy, because if you don't know, I'm here to teach. I'm trying to help people not be so bad at DFS. This shit be hard. This shit be hard, brother. So let me give you an alternative idea. How about if you have FOMO, fear of missing out, and you want a little piece of this game right here? how about you just go play like some periphery pieces, right? Instead of, everybody's going to play the Josh Allen Diggs, maybe you go play Devin Singletary, right? You get part of the Bills offense that's probably going to be the least chalky spot, which, by the way, you see this site we're using here? This is Run the Sims, the best tool-assisted site out there. It's amazing for Showdown. It's amazing for week long. I'll be using it. It powers this show. If you're interested in using it, go check them out for at least a week. I promise you won't regret it. And use my code to get 20% off. DGen75, DEGEN75. Or maybe for Kansas City, if everybody wants to stack the Mahomes side, you go play Clyde Edwards-Helaire, right? Maybe he'll be the piece. And that's a way for you to get access to this game without having to eat all the chalk that everybody's going to play, right? Or you could just be super, super ballsy and just completely fade this game. Just completely fade it and hope somehow the game turns out to be 17-14. And you'll be dancing in the streets naked because you'll win all the money. Because I'm talking if this game doesn't shoot out, I would bet over 1/3 of lineups and GPPs will be dead. Over 1/3 will be dead if this game doesn't shoot out. And if you can instantly block out 1/3 of the field just because one game doesn't shoot out, and by the way, 53.5 is a high total, but it's not like out of this world total, right? It's only 2 points higher than this Arizona-Seattle one, right? So that is something to consider. Do I get it? Yes, I do get it. And this is what I'll say. And I'm not even convinced that I'm not going to play a Mahomes or Allen stack this week, but if I do, it will probably be the only stack I play. Like basically if I'm gonna stack this game, I'm just gonna go all in on it, right? 100% of my stacks will be Mahomes stacks, or 100% of my lineups will be Mahomes stacks, or 100% of my lineups will be Allen stacks. I get it. I truly do. They're the two best quarterbacks in the NFL. Even when they're playing bad, they still get there. I don't know. They're really good. I would say if I had to pick one, probably the Josh Allen side, right? Give me the Josh Allen. Guy's just unbelievable. Guy's unbelievable. He's the best quarterback in the NFL right now. At least for fantasy perspectives, he is. So there's that game. That's the first question we got to ask ourselves here on this early in the week. Okay, we'll have better answers Saturday. We'll talk it over with John when that motherfather quits lawyering up. Okay. Let's see. This game, man, my poor Panthers, they suck. Why are they my Panthers? Because I'm a Baker Mayfield fan, and I want to believe. But if you don't know, Baker Mayfield's out, and he's going to be out for a while. And now you're taking an offense that was bad, and now it's probably going to be terrible. The Rams have just been garbage this whole year. They just keep underproducing. But the one saving grace we can say about the Rams is at least they concentrate their usage, right? Kupp and Higbee continue to be usage monsters for them. They're getting a very large share of their targets, but Matthew Stafford just seems like a broken bitch, and because of that, I'm just very reluctant to stay away from this game. I think Rams defense is probably going to be super popular in a spot like this, but I think Carolina is really going to throttle it down, we still got to check on old Christian McCaffrey and see if he's going to play or get traded from all the rumors out there. And, I just don't think that Carolina is going to be passing a whole lot, and they're going to kind of grind it out. And so I don't think that's a great spot to go try to jack in a Rams defense for $4,100. Get the fuck out of here. $4,100 for a defense. I'll never do it. I'm really hoping this game right here doesn't get steamed up. It probably will, because people are starting to realize that Seattle actually has a functional offense this year. Furthermore, not only do they have a functional offense, they don't have a particularly great defense, and so they're giving up a lot of points. You got to play the narrative that 1 week Kyler Murray in Arizona is going to get this figured out, and their pieces are starting to get very affordable. I mean, Rondell's been affordable, right? But like Marquise Brown, okay, he's overpriced. I agree. $7,200 is overpriced. Zach Ertz at $4,900. They got the pieces to be there. They really need Hopkins back. That's coming, I think 1 more week he'll be back. And then you got to love Seattle. Lockett is still criminally underpriced. Now that Rashad Penny's out, Kenneth Walker III is going to be mega chalk this week. Between him and Ramandre Stevenson, who's going to be the bigger chalk? I don't know, but they're going to be crazy. Which, by the way, this is still showing Penny is in, but he's definitely done for the year. So Kenneth Walker III is going to be a smash play in this game. And just like with him and Ramondre, you just got to ask yourself, how much chalk are you willing to eat? Have that threshold number. For me, I don't typically play a running back once they get over 20 or 25%. Hard and fast rule for me. Just too many things go wrong. Running backs are very dependent on game script. They get banged up a lot more than other positions, as you might imagine. So, if I see Kenneth Walker at 35%, get out of here. Get out of here. I'll just go play the Seattle passing game or something like that. But that is an incredibly high total and a game that should definitely be on your radar. And if I see that nobody is playing this game and everybody wants to play this game, well, then there you go. I will say it is fun to notice that there's only 3 afternoon games, and 2 of the 3 have the highest totals. Why does that matter? Because if you don't know, new guy, you really got to be attacking late swap, right? You got to take advantage of the fact that you can late swap. If your lineups get off to a really hot start Sunday afternoon, you'd probably be better going and late swapping your later pieces to a chalky play. Like go get Kelsey or go get Diggs, whoever the chalky pieces are. If your morning lineups are off to a terrible start, well, then go play a Kyler Murray stack because he's going to be in a very high scoring game total, and he's due to have one of those Kyler Murray type weeks, right? And he'll probably be legit 1/4 the ownership of Mahomes and Allen. So that's a great way for you to pivot in the afternoon. So I'm actually excited about the afternoon slate because late swap is the one thing that high limit players do that average people just don't do. And it gives you a great edge. It takes a shitty lineup and helps it min cash. It takes a min cash lineup and backdoors a top 10, right? I've seen it happen. You go get on a stack that's 3-2% guys and they go off for 35 points apiece, you will skyrocket up the leaderboard. All right. That's that game. Let's keep moving. Talking about Super Chalk, Ramandre Stevenson. It is Damian Harris. Reports are coming out that he's probably going to be out for multiple weeks. So Ramandre Stevenson, first of all, he's just a better running back. He's a top 10 running back in the NFL on talent. Now you give him the usage. What he got over 25 carries last week. If he's going to get 25 touches, Ramandre Stevenson is like almost a must play. They did price him up to 6,000, but that's still a ridiculous rate for him. He even catches a little bit. So once again, you got to ask yourself that same question. What's the magic number for you? What's that threshold number? Would you play Ramandre Stevenson at 35%, 40%? You got to ask yourself, what's your cutoff? Because at some point you got to worry about it being too chalky and him not getting there. This game does have a pretty low total. It will be a slower game, but honestly, if I'm going to play a running back, I kind of like him in slower games, right? I could see him and Chubb getting there. I wouldn't play him in the same lineup because of the limited number of plays, but either one of them could get there in this low-scoring game. I wouldn't like to stack the quarterbacks in this one. That's for fuck sure. Moving on, Tampa Bay. Everybody thought, oh my God, they'll be so great last week. Can we just accept that maybe Tampa Bay, this isn't the Tampa Bay of 2 years ago with an elite offense, or even last year, right? Like they're just not that good this year. I'm just going to keep playing Fat Lenny and let everybody keep thinking Tom Brady's got some fuel left in the tank. And he had a lot of passing yards last week, but he just didn't get there. What do you have? 1 touchdown maybe? And even if you do play Tom Brady and you stack him, who the hell? What receivers are you going to stack him with? Do we know for sure who's going to get there and who's not? Because you're just guessing. And then they're playing the Steelers. The Steelers are really, really bad. They can't push Tampa Bay. If Tampa Bay can't be pushed, the one time they looked like they had a functional offense was against the Chiefs because all they could do was pass, and the Chiefs were just in an umbrella. But against teams that have been playing tight on them, outside of Atlanta, who has like the worst defense in the NFL, I just don't love them. Pittsburgh can still play a little bit of defense. I know it didn't look like it this last week, but you also got to factor in the Bills have the best offense in the NFL, right? This is a game that I'm very happy to stay away from. I think it's going to be slow and sloggy. If I want to get a piece of this game, just give me some Leonard Fournette. Once again, this is Tuesday. These are my first thoughts. They're available to change, you motherfather. Moving on. This one surprised me. Baltimore versus the Giants only have 44-point team total, or game total. That's a little bit lower than I expected. I would have thought we'd see more like 47 for this game, right? Because Baltimore, they didn't score a ton of points the other day, or in primetime last night, but or Sunday night. But they just missed a lot. And so Baltimore versus the Giants, I'm not sure that the Giants have a great defense. I will be playing some Baltimore. And honestly, the Giants, they have some pretty appealing run backs. I think Saquon is alive here. And I think this is a sneaky shootout game. This first feels, this is probably my favorite sneaky shootout game this week. Moving on. Cincinnati, they seem a lot like Tampa Bay. I feel like people keep playing them thinking that they are last year's Bengals, and so far this year they haven't been. I will say, T. Higgins mysteriously going out in the first quarter. If he's out, and that really starts to open up guys like Jamar Chase, Hayden Hurst is starting to look really good, and even Tyler Boyd. And so if there's going to be some missing pieces, well, then maybe I'll buy the narrative that they get it figured out, and I'll play a very, very low-owned Joe Burrow stack this week. But I'm telling you, I feel like this is the same thing with the Bucs, and we're just holding on to what they used to be and not what they currently are. We need to monitor Chris Olave. If you didn't see, he got knocked the fuck out in the game. Very scary stuff. And, him being back, he's pretty appealing in this game, but if he's going to be in concussion protocol, you know how the NFL is getting very passive about trying to play players too soon, especially after the whole Tua debacle, that I would be very surprised if he plays. But if he does, this could be a very good run back for my Burrow stack. I love games in the domes, and the Saints Bengals, they got a lot of shootout pieces, right? They got a lot of home run hitters: Mixon, Olave, Jamar Chase, Alvin Kamara. These are all home run players, and all it takes is like one home run play this way, one home run the other way, and this game is off to the races, right? So these are games that I'm open to, trying to get ahead of the curve and go play stacks that other people aren't going to play. This Minnesota-Miami game, if you don't know me, I always think Miami games are sneaky shootout games, but Jesus. Tua is most likely going to be out again. And then we've got Teddy Bridgewater, who is 50-50 at best to play. He hurt his elbow. He also got him concussion protocol. If you think that the Dolphins are going to take all that heat and then rush a player back from concussion, you're laughable. It's called liability, brother. But, man, you got to love Minnesota in this game. They're going to be able to score a lot of points on this Miami offense. The only thing you got to worry about is on this Miami defense. Can Miami push them? You need Miami to come back with 21, 24, preferably 28 points to push Minnesota. And this could be the shootout game of the slate that I just don't think is going to get much ownership. So this could be a sneaky one, but it's really going to be dependent on, I don't think Skylar Thompson can score enough points for the Dolphins. I just don't think he's efficient enough quarterback. But you give me Bridgewater or Tua, I don't think they're likely to be back. But if they are, I really like this game. I don't know if I want to say love, but I really like it. Let's talk about the slog game of the week. You've got Jacksonville versus Indianapolis. Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville have kind of been coming back down to earth. Their offense has not looked near as efficient. Christian Kirk has started to get bottled up after that rocket fuel start he had to the year. I'm not sure on Jonathan Taylor's status, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be out. Nyheim Hines is a great secondary running back, but has always failed us whenever we think that he's going to take over the bell cow role. And so because of that, this game, I'll be playing probably some pieces of it, but as a shootout game, I just don't see this getting there. Matt Ryan is horrific, which basically X's out most of the Colts players. And then I think Jacksonville is kind of content just playing grinded out good defense this year. I think that's what they want to do. I don't think that Jacksonville's going to be in all the shootouts that I want them to be. So as much as it pains me to say, I think I got to let you go, Trevor. I got to let you go, buddy. All right, here is one. This is probably the best game of the early slate. Well, as far as total, it definitely is, right? With a 46-point total. Green Bay's offense has started to show some life. They're starting to pass the ball around a little bit, chunk it down the field like we're used to with the Packers. Lazard's getting some bombs. Dobbs is getting tons of targets. This is an offense that's coming to life. And the Jets actually have quite a few home run hitters. And now that they got Breece Hall starting to warm up, you didn't see Breece Hall was smashing it this week. Could even, if he didn't get tackled at the one like 3 times, he would have had an even bigger game. So this game, if you love, I think you could run it either way. I think you could run a Green Bay stack and run it back with Breece Hall and feel very good about that. Or Garrett Wilson is a very good run back after he had a disappointing week. Or I think you could even run a Zach Wilson stack and run it back with any one of these Packers, right? A.J. Dillon, Dobbs, Aaron Jones, Lazard. I think they're all very viable options. This game just feels like the best game of the early slate. I can't believe that. I think the Jets have a functioning offense, but they do. I will say the problem with Zach Wilson is he's a lot like Tom Brady. It's hard to stack him because he kind of passes it to everybody. He doesn't have his usage monsters that he throws it to. And finally, 49ers versus Falcons. The big one here is I really want to monitor Kyle Pitts. If Kyle Pitts is back, I'm more interested in this game. But how do you not like the 49ers here? It just feels like Debo, Jeff Wilson, Kittle, all those guys are home run plays. Atlanta's just so bad this year. Even when they don't give up a ton of points, they give up a ton of yards. They give up they give up just tons of opportunities to get receptions. So because of that, I really like targeting 49ers here. I wish Atlanta had a good run back option. I am not sold on Drake London. I would like Kyle Pitts back because that's always my favorite run back, although he's sucked every week this year. But this game, I just feel like you just play a lot of 49ers. I don't know if I would run a Jimmy Garoppolo stack, but I feel like you could probably get away with running 2 49ers as a little secondary correlation stack and running it back with 1 Falcon. But right now, the only Falcon I could run it back with would be Drake London. That's why I really want Kyle Pitts to open up, right? Because if he does, that gives us more options to run it back. And then with a 43-point total, this game will not shoot out, but it's in a dome. Atlanta's defense sucks. I will play some pieces of this game. Once again, it's only Tuesday. I get to have my initial thoughts, right? So this is kind of a quick overview of the week. What do we will be back Saturday night, 8 o'clock. Be there for the live stream. Have like 100 people in there for the live stream. Let's bump it up. Don't forget this big wheel. I'll be giving away live on that stream multiple tickets. I'm going to be giving away ones that I'm doing and my one that my dude Jason, who's won a shit ton of money recently, is going to be sponsoring. Go drop a like and a sub on the video. Appreciate you being here, new guy. And if you really like the cut of my jib, come check out the old Discord, right? We're up to, we got a shit ton of people over there. It's a great community. We have fun over there. We share a lot of knowledge. I make exclusive content for them. It's right here through my Patreon. Go check it out if you want to, or just keep enjoying the free shit. Remember, no ads on this video, so surely you can go drop me a like, brother. I hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll see you here on my busy-ass schedule all week. Good luck this week. We'll see you again Saturday night. Don't forget to come check out Thursday Night Football, the Showdown Hoedown. I hope you enjoy my outro, you motherfather.